Welcome to Quick Aircraft Facts. Our mission is to teach those interested about aircraft in 3 minutes or less.
We've featured amazing aircraft this season, and for our last aircraft, we'd like to feature the KC-135, an aircraft designed for and tasked with the mission of aerial refueling. The history of the KC-135 begins in 1923 when the first aerial refueling attempt was done. Back then, aerial refueling was considered more of a stunt. As aviation technology and air combat tactics improved, aerial refueling became a vital necessity. Some of the first systems employed for aerial refueling were time-consuming. To give you an idea of how some of the earlier systems worked, we're going to show a clip of how U.S. naval ships refuel at sea. Now imagine this happening between two aircraft at high altitude. Even though aerial refueling was no longer considered a silly stunt, it was time-consuming. A major innovation to aerial refueling came from a legend that is considered to be the father of Strategic Air Command, General Curtis LeMay. SAC's mission required everyone to be on constant alert. Time was precious and mistakes weren't tolerated. There's a saying, "To err is human, to forgive is not a SAC policy." General LeMay demanded a better system be used, and thus the aerial boom was created. This led to the creation of the KC-97. The KC-97 performed its mission well. However, as aviation technology improved, so did the aircraft in SAC's inventory. Eventually, the new aircraft would have to slow down and lower their altitude to meet the tanker. This was a time-consuming process, so a better aircraft was needed. Boeing produced the 707 to be an airliner. However, SAC purchased the plane and it was modified to become the KC-135 Stratotanker. Over the years, the KC-135's avionics, engines, and other systems have been modified to help the Stratotanker keep pace with changing times and new technologies. It can be configured to service the needs of U.S. Navy and Marine aircraft which use refueling probes. In addition to that, pods can be attached to the Stratotanker, which allows it to service two aircraft at once. Depending on the amount of fuel being carried, the KC-135 can also transport cargo. Despite the upgrades made to the Stratotanker, recent reports indicate it's becoming costly to operate and to maintain the fleet. The KC-46 Pegasus is being phased into service to replace the large KC-135 fleet, which may be retired around the 2030s.